Hello, creative cooks and fictional foodies, and welcome back to the Fictional Foods Vegan Cooking Channel, where we bring foods from fantasy to table. As always, I am your host and kitchen witch, Marista, and today we are making a treat straight out of Beach City. That is right, we are taking inspiration from Steven Universe to make a delicious ube cake that was made by Lars in season 4, episode 22, The Good Lars of Steven Universe.
I used to eat this as a kid all the time.
Wow. What's ubi?
It's ube.
What's that?
It's like a sweet potato.
Potatoes can be sweet?
I mean, it's technically a yam.
Yams? This sounds perfect!
It's done.
We wanted to do Steven Universe for our fictional food inspiration this month because it is one of the gayest cartoons to have aired on Cartoon Network in our modern day and age. And we like that it celebrates different cultures and different lifestyles. So what could be better? Our twist on this ube cake will be that we are filling it with a mango curd in addition to a Swiss meringue buttercream. If, like us, you had a little trouble finding fresh ube in your store or anything like that, then you can use ube powder instead. We're going to be using this in our cake batter, not only to get that beautiful, vibrant purple color, but also to get that delicious ube flavor. If you like trying recipes from TV shows, movies, books, and the like, then please like this video so that you get more of this content. And of course, subscribe to the channel so you know when we're posting recipes like this. To get the written recipe, head over to our Ko-fi page. But for now, it is time to make this hopefully super delicious cake. We'll see you in the kitchen. As usual, before you start, you're going to want to get your mise en place together. Today, for our cake recipe, we are using flour, milk, sugar, butter, vanilla extract, ube powder, baking soda, and salt, and a little bit of cornstarch. Our first step is going to be adding our dry ingredients into a mixing bowl, and we'll give them a little mix together. Then in a separate mixing bowl, we are going to cream our butter and sugar together for a few minutes so it gets well combined and it can get fluffy. And when we're done creaming, we're going to add our extract into the butter and sugar mixture as well and beat that just for a little so it gets well incorporated. And last but not least, we're going to add our milk into our butter sugar mixture as well. Once you get the milk and the butter sugar mixture as well mixed as you can, it's fat and a liquid, so it's going to be a little difficult to mix together. That's okay. If it looks a little ugly, it will still turn out fine. We're going to slowly add our wet ingredients into our dry ingredients and make sure that is well mixed too. Next, we're going to line a baking tray with some parchment paper and pour our batter into that. We don't want it to be too thick. We're not trying to get it too puffy. We want this to be easy to roll when it comes out of the oven without tearing. And also we want to make sure it's not too thick so that we have a good cake to filling ratio. Once we have put our batter into our baking tray, it is time to pop it into the oven to bake. And while it's baking and cooling, we are going to work on our Swiss meringue buttercream and our mango curd. Please ignore the grating and clicking in the background. That is our oven. Our microwave doubles as an oven, so the turntable still turns even though it's on oven mode. Apologies. Now, next we are working on our mango curd, and for that we are going to need cornstarch, salt, vanilla, and there's a little bit of orange extract just to boost it with a little bit of extra flavor. We've got mango juice that also has a little bit of lemon juice in it to help brighten up the flavor, coconut cream, and sugar. So what we're gonna do with these ingredients is we're gonna add everything into a saucepan or a shallow pot. A tip for the cornstarch, mix it into the mango juice or whatever juice you're using first. That way it doesn't get clumpy and you get lumps of cornstarch in the pan once it starts cooking. And cook it over medium heat. We're gonna whisk it until it is thick. After we've cooked it and it's gotten to whatever thickness we desire, we're just gonna remove it from the heat and let it cool while we start on our Swiss meringue buttercream. All right, y'all, next up on our to-do list is our Swiss meringue buttercream. We will need aquafaba, which is the liquid from chickpeas, vanilla, butter, and powdered sugar. This is our first time making a vegan Swiss meringue, so just like the cake, it's going to be interesting to see how it turns out. But to start, we are going to beat our butter for a few minutes until it is creamy and smooth. Then we will slowly add in our powdered sugar, about 60 grams or a half a cup at a time, so that we don't send powdered sugar flying everywhere. And once the powdered sugar is fully incorporated into our butter, we will add our vanilla and our aquafaba. We're going to beat it for 5 minutes at least, 5 minutes specifically to whip enough air in there. The aquafaba is simulating replacing egg or egg white, and we need those proteins to build, and we need it to get fluffy to help the smooth, creamy texture of our Swiss meringue buttercream. All right, y'all, we have our fillings. We put our mango curd in a piping bag to make it easier to pipe over our Swiss meringue buttercream. But before we get to unrolling our cake and filling it, we've got to talk about the elephant in the room, the color of the cake. Now, our cake, it was supposed to be purple, right? It's Ube. We wanted a burst of purple color, and that's why we added the blueberry, but that was our downfall, because you see, baking, one of the things we love about baking is that it's a science. It's chemical reactions and experiments and lots of fun things come together to create the food that we love to eat. However, sometimes those chemical reactions do not work in your favor. So in this case, because we added blueberry powder to boost the purple color, which normally it would do, we've done it in previous recipes where it has brought a beautiful bluish purple color to our food. It didn't do that this time because of a chemical reaction in our cake. And that is because the base elements were too strong in our cake. So you can have a cake that is neutral, acidic, or basic. And the basic came from our baking soda. So the balance of blueberry powder to the baking soda wasn't right. And so when we baked our cake, it turned our cake a delicious green color instead of a beautiful purple color. So, you know, life happens. Learn from our mistakes. We will not be including the blueberry in the recipe on our Ko-fi page. Instead, you could use a food dye. We just wanted to try a more natural solution to dyeing our cake than using a food dye. And it backfired this time, but that's okay. Hopefully the cake will still taste delicious and be easy to eat and enjoy and still have a nice little ube flavor. Now on to the filling. We are going to unroll our cake. Because we rolled it while it was hot, it should have cooled in a rolled shape that is easy for us to roll back up when the time comes and we're done filling. So we will unroll our cake, we will put in our Swiss meringue buttercream, and then we will drizzle our mango curd and roll it back up and set it to cool again before slicing it and eating it. Oh no! to see our cake unrolled, and it didn't work. It didn't work. It broke apart. Golly. And we made 2 of these cakes, and they both have broken apart. So I'm not sure what to do, because this cake is a recipe test for our next pop-up, which is Steven Universe themed. We gotta have a cake, right? So instead of doing a roll cake, we might just pivot to ube cupcakes that are topped with Swiss meringue, buttercream, and mango curd filling or something like that, because this is not it. So we're gonna bake some cupcakes, and we will be back with those. See you soon. So for our cupcakes, we have obviously changed a few things. For this batter, we did a buttermilk with our soy milk instead of just doing plain soy milk. That helps make the cake fluffier and adds a nicer texture and crumb. And of course, we did not use blueberry powder this time. We just used the ube powder, no dyes, nothing extra, just to make sure that we are not going to have the same mistake again with that horrid chemical reaction turning our cake green. Gotta take them out now. All right, the moment of truth has arrived. Our cupcakes are done, and it is finally time to start piping. What we plan to do is pipe a border around the edge of the cupcake, then fill it with mango curd, and if there is enough Swiss meringue buttercream, we will pipe more on top of the cupcake. Let's get into it. All right, after a long day of baking and experiment and trying to figure everything out, it is finally time to try our ube cupcake instead of our ube Swiss roll. So here's what she looks like. Kind of just looks like a vanilla cupcake that still turned out green, but not as bad as originally. And let's just give it a try. We've never had ube before, so we're interested to see what the flavor is like. Turns out when used in this way, ube is a really soft flavor. We had really wanted to find some fresh ube to work into our Swiss meringue, but it just wasn't in the cards for us. Maybe if we had, we could have boosted the flavor, but still this is a very delicious cake. Mostly tastes of vanilla, but it's not bad. And the Swiss meringue buttercream is light. It doesn't make it too sweet. And we didn't get mango in this bite, so we're gonna take another bite to see what it tastes like with the mango. Yeah, that mango is needed to add a burst of flavor and a bit of brightness to the cupcake. So we highly recommend adding mango curd or any other flavor curd that you would like to this cupcake to elevate it from being a good cupcake that's kind of one note into having more depth and dimension. If you tried this recipe, let us know down in the comments, and also let us know what kinds of fictional foods you would like to see us try in the future. But thank you so much for tuning in. As always, thank you for subscribing and liking, and we look forward to seeing you in the kitchen next week too. Bye.